everybody, welcome to Excel video 462. I'm Nate Moore. Just got back from practice in the Pacific Northwest. You know, if you've seen my videos or been to my presentations, I'm always using random data. And what I do at this practice is say, hey, Nate, come up and use our data. Spend 2 days on site, train our staff on our data, make us more efficient. I'd love to do the same for your practice when you're ready. What I want to do today is talk a bit about pie charts and really talk about alternatives to pie charts. And let me show you what I mean. If I have some sample data here, here's my top referral sources. I want to chart these to see who are the big players and who's bigger or twice as big as the other one. I want to understand my referral sources. So from the insert menu, I can go to pie chart, and you can make this messier as you go, but we're just going to do a plain old 2D pie chart. The challenge with pie charts, and I got this from Stephen Few when I read his books on information dashboard design and the best ways to convey information. There are 3 challenges with this pie chart that I want to talk about. The first one is it takes up an awful lot of space. I mean, there's lots of white space here and lots of white space here that doesn't really tell me anything. And I kind of got to squint down and say, okay, this light blue, that's probably Midtown, that goes there. It's hard because of the space compared to the data that it conveys ratio, if that makes sense to you. Second challenge I have with pie charts is as you look at it, it's clearly this green one's the biggest, and so this Mabel practice, that's my big referring source for this past year, let's say. But it's hard to see what's my second biggest and my third biggest. It's hard to get the order. It looks like it's probably this one, and then is it maybe that one and then that one? It's a bit hard to see the order in a pie chart. It's generally easy to get the first one, and the second one might be a little less easy. By the time you get to the third and the fourth, it's hard to get order out of a pie chart. The third thing that's a challenge with the pie chart is as you try to compare 2 slices, is this yellow slice compared to the orange slice, is that twice as big or is this twice as big? The challenge with a pie chart, remember the old pi r squared and the algebra and geometry stuff you suffered through in math? It's not easy to compare sizes of pie charts because you've got to factor in that pi r squared and the formula of a circle and which is really twice as big or 3 times as big as the other. You can do some things to get around that with a pie chart. If you really, really want to use it, what you can do, we can come over here and we can do data labels and maybe put some numbers in there. That helps me say, okay, 300, then it's this one, then it's that one, and this one. I could do something like that. I could do more data labels, and we could move these around inside in, outside in, stuff like that. Let's go to more options. I can put the category name here, so I wouldn't need my legend. But it starts, Mabel practice is here, and I could drag these around, with the arrow. I could put this over here. I could move stuff around, but it gets messy fast. If I wanted to see, instead of the value, I wanted to see the percentage. I could do both the value. There are some things, if you like pie charts, you want to do it. There are some things Excel will let you do to do this, and if you did this, you could get rid of the legend and stuff like that. Let me throw you an alternative that deals with the 3 challenges of pie charts. Remember, the amount of space it takes up, trying to figure out the order, and trying to figure out the relative sizes. What you might do instead is, let's just build it right next door. We came over here, we grabbed this. What you might do is you might choose a column chart or a bar chart, either one. If the labels are a bit long, you might go bar chart. Let's just start with column. So if I do a column chart, now what I've got, maybe I'll put them on top of each other and you can see that a bit better. Now what I've got is it's very easy for me to say, okay, Mabel practice is my big one, then Third North and Providence, even though they aren't in order. And I could order these if that helped me. I could sort this or whatever and put these in a like an ascending or descending order. But it's easy to see the relative size of Smithfield versus Primary Health. It's not quite 2/3 as big, whereas in a pie chart, that relative size is a harder thing to see. So if you want to use pie chart, there are some tricks to do it. Alternatives to a pie chart, often a column chart or maybe a bar chart is going to convey more information with less space. If I had to and I needed space and I shrunk this, that gets messy fast. But if I had to and I needed space, I've got issues with my names here. I might shrink my names, but I could get more data out of this if I had to with a column or a bar chart. That's what I want to talk about pie charts. Stay tuned next time. We'll go through some of the other charts that I don't use very much and tell you why. Thanks for watching.